And a lot of you kids don't know that they're going to introduce you to drugs such as marijuana, cocaine, ecstasy, heroin, and not to mention cigarettes, even though cigarettes aren't that bad, they don't get you high, and alcohol. They're going to introduce you to these things just so that they could hold you there for longer and keep you inside of their midst. They're not supposed to be in your timeline. They've altered your timeline by like 100 years just through their drugs. Crime alters the timeline. That's why crime is illegal, and police aren't doing anything to stop it. I'm surprised that the world is even still stable, is even still, well, held in one piece. They're not doing anything to stop it. Crime alters the timeline, and they've altered your timeline by like 100 years. As soon as you smoke that thing, you've already altered your timeline. As soon as you commit the crime, you've already altered your timeline. As soon as someone's committed a crime towards you, they've altered your timeline. As soon as someone has basically got you to smoke some drugs, they've altered your timeline. So you gotta be careful. Crime alters the timeline. It can set you back by like 100 years. You're supposed to have gone corporate. Now you're a tramp because it altered your timeline. That's what could happen. You could have been that kid that went corporate, but instead you turned into a tramp because it altered your timeline. They introduced you to drugs and violence, sex and rock and roll, and it altered your timeline. And hip hop, it alters your timeline. That's why when I listen to rappers these days, I don't believe a word they say. I'm listening to them as if they're characters on Sesame Street and they're just trying to teach me how to spell or something. I don't listen to a word they say.